Now you move on to get a gig for Enrique.
Yeah, was that from your connection from Rihanna?
Yeah, and then we just skip one just because I watched a little bit Ricky Pajot.
Yes.
And he shows like a little movie of him on stage, and
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shoot, that's that too. So when Ricky left the show for Delirium, because that's when he got a nice contact for that brought him in the U.S. I think. But anyway, I'm the one who took the last leg of the show.
That's incredible. So
Cirque,
Ricky, let me back up. So one of our guests, Ricky Pajot, had actually played for Delirium for Cirque du Soleil, and believe it or not, coincidence or not, Richard was the one that replaced him on the last leg of that tour when Ricky left. So that was your in now to Cirque du Soleil.
And then that's where I met also Desi DeLauro there.
And you met Desi.
That was a very nice tour in Europe. But it was like 4 months, and then the show just closed down after that.
Right.
But that was a great tour.
Did that lead to anything else?
Well, just the name, I guess.
Yeah.
That's another nice name to put. And
oh yeah, sure.
I gotta get this footage of you though.
Yeah, I have the same suit with the accordion.
You played the accordion too, then?
Yes, okay. I was doing the same.
Yeah. Wow.
That's funny. Right?
It's a small world.
It's a really small.
But I knew a little bit Ricky from back in the days when they were playing. What was that bar in Montreal?
Jello Bar.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. So
that was the click.
Yeah.
So now after Cirque du Soleil, it finishes. 4 months.
Cirque du Soleil, and then Rihanna, blah blah blah, tour, this and that, and then at some point, same kind of thing happened. Enrique Iglesias, keyboard player, needed to go, and they needed someone the next week, so they had like a week to find somebody.
Oh wow!
And Van Roman was the band leader. He's still the band leader. Van, a good drummer that plays with Steve Morse.
Yeah, my God.
And Nina and so many people. Anyway, once again, we had like, I didn't know him, but like just on Facebook, he had like at least 40 common friends. Sure. And he just asked around, my name show up. And then he came to my house. We didn't even have time for an audition really, because like to send me songs, like that was it. The next Monday, I was in Mexico with them on stage, and
just a random in-house audition.
Yeah.
Insane. So now you're in Mexico with Enrique Iglesias. In case anybody
doesn't know who Enrique is.
Who we're talking about.
Did you have like a time frame? Like, did you know how long you were going to be gone for at all?
That gig is great because it's not like, those tour, like people like, okay, we've gone 6 months non-stop playing every day, going crazy, and then you come back and then you have nothing for 3 years.
Right.
Kind of because the artists decide to do a new album and then whatever, or change band completely for the next tour. Blah, blah. Enrique is like super consistent. We always never got crazy tour, but like a couple of shows a month. Nice, always nice one. I mean, we do like even like private one, like crazy private one, but
yeah, people that got money that can hire Enrique, we'll do it.
We'll do it, yeah. So so that's kind of the perfect gig because I got to come back home.
And you say home, so at this point, where were you living?
Oh, I was in New York.
You were in New York still, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's already 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, when did you make the move to this oasis that is Florida?
Oh, I guess I got influenced by the COVID.
Yeah.
It was like a coup de tête.
A wake-up call.
Oh. Anyway, the decision was kind of just, okay, why not? I mean, Enrique's here. Our percussionist is here. A bunch of other guys now. So
it just kind of made sense to like migrate here too.
I mean, it's not like it changed something really because all the gigs are somewhere else anyway. So we're just flying. But
that's true.
Anyway, we just let's go for let's follow the sun.
Yeah, it wasn't really a business move, just pleasure.
No, I mean, if I knew that COVID will be, because I mean we stopped playing for all this time, and I got very comfortable not hustling for other gig. So when that stopped, like everything stopped. So I was like, okay, now what?
What next?
Now what next? And that's why I started doing like 3D animation that you were mentioning and stuff. And it's funny, my first, I mean, I'm still kind of new with that, but my first video that I did was with another guy who moved down here because our percussionist moved here, and he played, you know, I'm sure you know Richard Maheux.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I made a video, like an animation, all kind of thing for him, for one of his songs.
Yeah, so because I was looking at your website and you have a bunch of different videos. So a lot of your 3D animation is for music videos, would you say?
Well, I mean, yeah, mostly music video, yeah.
I think being diversified in this industry, in the entertainment industry in itself, and artistic, should I say even artistic industry, I think it's only smart to like have a few different little tricks under your sleeve to be able to say, hey, by the way, I can do that for you. And people are, oh, really? Okay. And you don't seem to lack any work. All of a sudden, there's maybe less time for practicing, but there's more time to actually make some extra money when you're not on tour, when you're not doing local gigs, when you're not doing corporate gigs, you're still doing something that you love. So the whole point is to be doing things that you love, where you don't have to work security. Like I know personally a drummer that played a whole tour with Selena Gomez, and also played with Little Nas, and when those tours are done, he was doing security for a TV show called Nashville when he moved to Nashville, and now you're out of your element of playing and doing what you love, and I think that kind of makes you think about maybe where you live, maybe the things that you're doing, but just having that consistency of being able to do what you love. And he's gone on to actually do exactly what he loves now, and got into video also, and started posting a lot more, and being like more of a creative content creator, and blowing up on TikTok. But I think he made a decision too, like, I need to do what I love.
I think it's like learning, knowing different languages. The more that you know, it can only help you.
Yeah, but at some point, it's, if you want really to specialize, you kind of have to decide that. But that's the tough part, like. But you know, yeah, of course.
Sure.
The idea.
But just deciding what you love. I mean, all growing up, most of our lives, we ask ourselves, what do you when people ask, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? 18, 19 years old. Maybe we were a little lucky because we started, younger, and we knew exactly that it was music that we wanted to do. Whether it was going to be a rock star or not, we didn't know that we'd be playing, it's like on stage, or whether we'd be working in the studio, but we knew that music was a core part. But a lot of people, they live their lives trying to figure out what their passions are. And you're super fortunate to be able to have found things that you love to be able to do, to be able to sustain yourself and live a life that you obviously, this is beautiful.
I've been lucky. I mean, up until COVID, I never worked any other thing than music. And I never had to look for a gig. They always kind of show up in the perfect time, and I'm always okay. That I never really struggle until COVID. Like, everything stopped, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how it feels. Now I guess I'm gonna have to hustle. Like, and also I'm older. Like, it's like, oh, shush.
You've had it good for like a while.
Yeah,
that was a good run.
Yeah. But I guess you can never be too comfortable.
Yeah, I think.
But the thing is, also I always do projects that I love, and sometimes I forget about it should make me money a little bit too.
Sure. And
I forget that part, so I get that and those projects, and then oh shit, that actually takes a lot of time. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, you become diversified. You find the things that you love to do. As long as you gravitate towards those things, I think you're never going to feel like you're missing out on something. And I think that's what you've done in your career. You've really been able to like work, sustain yourself. And it's something very similar that you have to like some people that we have interviewed, is even like Ricky, is that you didn't have to audition. You just happened to always have work, and it always sustained you throughout your career. And you've been fortunate enough. Please, let's find some wood, knock on, knock on a palm tree, that you've been able to do this. But once again, I'd like to say that it's because of you being such a humble individual, playing with some of the biggest artists in the world and still feeling like, I don't know. And that's why you're loved so dearly in the industry. And I'm sure that's why you sustain yourself, along with you being an absolutely talented musician. But I think that human element is something that people forget. And they forget that when you walk into the room, people are happy to see you, and it makes for a better environment for the whole group, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, like if you're cocky,
Yeah.
whatever, you won't
last
long.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. It's really about having everything line up to the artist's need, especially if they're hiring you. They want to have, like, I mean, you're spending a lot of time, on the road with these different people, and it's almost like, or it's very close to like having a relationship, with another person.
Right.
And you need to know your place in the show. Like we saw some people that was almost trying to compete with.
Here we go.
The artists, and that didn't fly,
That's right.
And that's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah. We were taught that, stay in your lane, as Ricky
said. Basically, know what your role is, know what other people's roles are, follow your role. He let everyone else do what they're there to do.
Some people they can put it off, but in general, that would be a good idea.
That is a very good idea. If you're the keyboard player, don't try to pretend you're the musical director and start directing other people in the band. Yeah. Do what you got to do, because then you're stepping on other people's foot, and then it creates, even if your intention is good, you're causing conflict, and that is like a super important rule for any young musicians. And I think I'd like to ask you, what advice would you give a musician if they'd want to play with like a huge, act? What is the most important common denominator that you would say that's important when you walk into the room?
I think you just have to be yourself. As soon as you try to show that you're the shit or something, I mean, these guys, everybody, they did it for so long, and they see you coming for miles. Like, they're like, it won't work.
Love that.
It's just be yourself.
Love that. There's no point, right? Because they're going to catch you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, my friend, this has been awesome. Love having you on our little podcast that we call Basebin TV. And thank you for inviting us to your beautiful home and your surroundings. And I wish you nothing but the best, my friend.
Well, thank you so much. I cannot believe you show up here all the way in Florida.
Basebin TV will be everywhere. We will.
Wow.
All right. Thanks again, Richard. We really appreciate
thank you. Bye-bye.
And we'll see you next time on Basebin TV.